was a freelance photo editor. He worked alone, mostly doing small gigs. Restoration, filters, enhancements. One evening, a client sent him a file titled face.exe. No message, no instructions. Just a note. Fix the distortion. Don't zoom in. It wasn't a photo. It was a strange executable. Curious, Aaron ran it. A window opened. Black background. One image slowly faded in. A portrait of a woman, blurred and warped, like it had been stretched in impossible ways. He started repairing it, running standard facial correction algorithms, contrast adjustments, pixel sharpening. As he worked, the face became clearer. But something was wrong. Her eyes were too large, her mouth too small. The longer he stared, the more he felt like the image was staring back. He minimized it and took a break. When he returned, the file had changed. The woman was smiling. He hadn't touched it. He checked the timestamp. It hadn't been modified. Now it was smiling wider. He deleted the file, but it reappeared. Then, his webcam light turned on. He yanked the USB cord, unplugged everything. Yet the face.exe window remained open. Now the woman was whispering. No speakers were connected. But he heard her. A soft, static whisper. Do you remember me? He didn't. That night Aaron couldn't sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the face. Twisted. Familiar. Wrong. He searched online for anything similar. Reverse image search turned up nothing. But on a dark web forum he found one match. A user named Eyeless Entity had posted a thread titled, "It keeps changing to look like me." Attached was the same face, but slightly different. Shorter hair, darker eyes. One commenter replied, "It rewrites itself from memory. It grows inside your brain. Once you open the file, it starts pulling your face into it." Aaron's heart stopped. He looked again at the image on his screen. It now had his nose, his skin tone, his birthmark. It was becoming him. He smashed his laptop, but it didn't stop. The next morning he saw it again. On a billboard, on a cereal box, on his reflection. Everywhere he looked, his face was slowly morphing into hers. He covered his mirrors. He left his phone behind. He lived off-grid. But one night in an abandoned motel, the radio flickered on by itself, and the voice whispered again, "You finished the rendering, Aaron. Now, I take over." The next day, Aaron's body was found in a bathtub. No ID, no signs of trauma, just a smile that didn't belong to him. His laptop wiped clean, except for one file, face.exe, waiting to be opened. Daniel worked in a government building no one ever questioned. It had no nameplate, no website, no public records. He was hired as an archivist. His job was simple: sort, file, and timestamp videotapes that were delivered daily in unmarked boxes. Each tape was labeled with a random set of numbers, no dates, no locations. The content, surveillance footage of people in their homes, in their cars, in their bedrooms. Daniel was told never to ask where the footage came from. Your only job is to catalog, his supervisor had said, nothing more, and never rewatch the tapes. At first, he didn't think much of it, just another shady government project. He wore headphones, did his job, went home. But one night, curiosity won. He rewatched a tape. It showed a man sitting alone in his kitchen, eating cereal at 2 a.m. The man suddenly looked up at the camera, directly into it, like he could see the observer. Daniel felt a sharp pain in his head and shut it off. The next day, another tape came in. It was the same man, same kitchen. Only this time he was pointing at Daniel. Daniel threw the tape away. But the next morning, it was back in his inbox. This time, the man wasn't alone. There was someone standing behind him, tall, blurred face, unmoving. Daniel stopped watching. He tried to quit, but the locks on his apartment changed. His phone wouldn't connect, and every attempt to leave the city ended in blackouts. One moment he'd be on a highway, the next he'd wake up at his desk. Then one day, he received a tape with no label. He played it. It was footage of himself, sitting at his desk, watching the tape. He stood up in horror. On screen, he stood up too, except the version in the video looked directly at the camera and whispered something. Daniel leaned in and replayed the whisper. "There is no outside. You're the archive." Daniel tore the room apart, screamed, smashed every machine. No one stopped him. There were no guards, no coworkers. The hallway outside, endless, fluorescent lights flickering for miles. He ran for what felt like hours, but every door led back to his office. And the tapes, now they all showed him. Different versions, sitting, crying, screaming, smiling. And one day, a new tape arrived. This one was blank, except for a sticky note, written in his own handwriting. "New archivist arriving soon. Make room." He now understands. He was never hired. He was filed. Just another piece of footage in the infinite archive of watchers who tried to leave and failed.